Hello again, my friends, all over the world. As I keep saying this thing all over the world because we have people who are in contact with us from all over the world, and it makes me very very happy. This also means that also a lot of Africans have gone to so many diverse countries around the world, and they're happy there. They have made their lives in different countries because they are very competent people. And I just want to say congratulations if you've had the courage to move away from your country and make your life in another country. It requires a certain amount of courage because you don't know what you're going to face when you arrive. You are new in a new country. Maybe you don't even speak the language very well. But if you succeed, that means you're a very courageous person, and congratulations to all those people who moved out of their countries to make their lives in other countries by showing by showing the citizens of the new country that people are capable. People come in from other countries because they want a better life for themselves and for their families, and so they are willing to work extra hard. They're willing to do two jobs sometimes to survive, but they manage and they make their lives so that their children will have better lives. The next generation are going to have better lives. Now, coming back to our topic today, it's again I'm going to talk about priests and churches and all these things, all these religious things that go on around us. So my point is that you have to be very vigilant and very careful about these things because all these religious institutions today, the priests, what have you, the archbishops, the whole thing is just one big structure to collect money. And this is a fact. This is a fact of life. And sometimes you see the problem with religion is that you are convinced from a very young age that this is the system. If you are intelligent enough to analyze this, these are institutions who believe in mind control. They want to control you. They want to control everything about you, where your money goes, how much you need to contribute each month to them so that they have better lives. So a simple thing I'll ask you straight away is, how many times have you had a problem and one of the pastors or one of the priests, they came to your house, they opened their purse and they said, here's some money, brother. This is for you to help you out of this tough situation. I'm sure we're not going to have many people saying, yes, pastor or a priest did that for me. Eh? So this thing of religion, it's not that I'm against religion. I believe in God myself, but I don't believe God needs payments every month to ensure your protection or to take you to heaven or whatever waits for us after death. But I'm talking to ordinary people out there who are finding lives so tough, and when it's difficult to make ends meet, and then you have the church which is keeps putting pressure on you to give money every time. Give money for this cause, give money for the other cause. There's something here, you need to donate, how many of these churches, can you honestly tell me, how many of these churches have sent you a statement every month saying that this month we collected so much from and details of all the people who contributed, and this is where we have used the money? How many churches do that? Me, I don't know any church which is giving a clear accounts of what is being done with the money. All I know is that that whole organization, church, priests, and everybody, they're all living well. Eh? I've not seen. Have you ever seen a priest on the road begging for money or begging for food to eat? I see ordinary people who are suffering on a daily basis. These are people who just want to survive, but I don't see the churches. For example, in France, I'll talk about France. Let's just put Africa aside. This, I'm not talking about Africa here. I'm talking about other countries like India, like Europe. I mean, the countries in Europe, even France. Let me talk about France. I live in France. We have huge churches, huge cathedrals here, which are, like thousands of square meters of space. And in France, can you believe, we're in Europe, in France, we have people sleeping on the road, people sleeping in the metros, people sleeping, wherever they can find some place. You know why they do that? Because they don't have money to pay the rents here. And the irony of all this is that France is a very rich country. Each time I see these people on the streets, I'm like, it touches me, because I'm like, this is a rich country. So why can't the politicians here in France, for example, just make a decision that we will just get some space, even if it means, building. We have got the money to build space, to build accommodation for all these people. So why can't we do that? Why is there not political will in a country like France to house all those homeless people? If I tell you, the advantage in Africa or India and these places is that you have family around you. But in Europe, the family doesn't, the family, people are very selfish. So nobody helps the other guy who's sleeping on the road, and nobody says, come home to my place and I'll give you a room. You stay in that room until your life becomes better, or you find something worthwhile to do. And employment is difficult in Europe. People think Europe is just a place which is, everything is very easy. How wrong can you be, guys? How wrong can you be? So even these migrants coming across from Africa and all that, they take huge risks coming across the oceans, taking huge risks. And so many of them lose their lives only to be so disillusioned when they reach here. There's nothing for them. They are just shunted off into these camps where they are treated less than human. They are just put in those camps. They have to survive. I don't know. Guys, don't think everything is fantastic in Europe. If you can make a life in your own country, in Africa or India or wherever, whichever country you come from, you are better off where you are, because you have got family support. When you come to Europe, you don't have family support, and that's the worst thing. That's the worst thing. When you have nobody to talk to, you don't know how to get out of the situation, and the government or the authorities, even though if they have money, but they don't want to spend it on you because it's not a priority for them. Their priority, the politicians, for example, in Europe and all that, is just getting votes. It's just like politicians everywhere, by the way. It's just getting votes and putting themselves in a good place for the next election. So what I'm trying to say is that, don't get conned by all these things. Just the reality of life, it's very important to understand what life is all about. So I'll be putting out a few videos like this from time to time when I don't plan these videos. Once in a while, I just feel I need to speak to my friends out there and just make them aware of certain things, like these churches and all these priests and all these false prophets, who try to just fleece you of your money. Aren't you better off just helping your brother or your neighbor or your sister, brother or your sister or your neighbor or somebody if the person is suffering, just go give the guy a helping hand, give him some money, give him some food. At least where your money has gone. Am I right or wrong? Please, guys, tell me, just respond to these videos. So with that message, I just want to say bye to you, and I hope I've not bored you too much with some of these things, but I would like us to look at lots of issues that happen in this world with a realistic point of view, and I hope I can help some of you see life more clearly. So take care, guys, and next time.